Most thriller marketing uses darkness, muted palettes, cold blues, serious faces. Pluribus did the opposite. It marketed a dystopia in bright, almost cheerful yellow with a smiley face and a sentence that sounds like a wellness poster. Happiness is contagious. Pure strategy. This is Rinverse Lab, where we translate entertainment industry's magic into marketing strategy. Here we break down pop culture, film, TV, and fandoms to understand how stories build loyalty, identity, and community, and how creators and brands in any industry can use the same principles. I'm Rin. I'm a media researcher and storyteller with a master's in media, popular culture, and the public sphere. Today we break down Pluribus as a marketing case study, specifically the colors, the design language, and the campaign mechanics Apple used across platforms. We will look at how the visual system works, how the campaign turned viewers into participants, and how you can apply the same principles. Apple TV kept Pluribus hard to explain at first. Instead of selling plots, the campaign sold a sensation, cheerful discomfort. The teasers didn't hand you a story, they handed you a mood, a moral paradox, happiness as threat. And when a campaign markets a feeling, it does something powerful. It makes the audience do the meaning making. Let's start with the most obvious design decision, the yellow. Pluribus' key art and promotional imagery leaned into a bright, high visibility yellow with minimal elements. A sterile, almost lab-like cheerfulness. Yellow is psychologically complicated. It can mean warmth and optimism, but it also means warning. Think hazard signs, think caution tape energy. And Pluribus used that ambiguity as the entire premise. The word looks okay, even pleasant, but something is wrong. Now look at the smiley. One early promo referenced a petri dish with a smiley face and the line, "Happiness is contagious." Later teasers echoed that same smiley again. The repetition is not random, it's semiotic conditioning. Your brain learns. Smiley, not safe. Smiley, the infection. Even the title treatment tells you what the show is about. The stylization Pluribus highlights the one inside many, visually staging the conflict between individual and collective before you know the plot. That's a smart brand design. The logo isn't decoration, it's argument. Pluribus didn't just advertise, it behaved like the story. One of the most effective mechanisms was a real phone number shown in promo materials that played an inward message addressing the caller as Carol and offered SMS follow-ups. That's not a gimmick, that's a diegetic marketing when the promotion feels like part of the work. And it does something psychologically potent. It makes the viewer stop being an observer and become a character. Notice the campaign's language pattern. It keeps calling you Carol, creating a strange, intimate friction, like the show is speaking through the interface. This is not personalization in the insert your name way. It's identity invitation. It asks, what if this is about you? Then Apple pulled a second move that most campaigns never bother with. They expand the universe. Apple released an excerpt from the fictional book mentioned in the series, tied directly to the protagonist Carol Sturka via Apple Books, framed as an inward artifact. This is not a promo freebie, it's a loyalty mechanism. It rewards the people who want to go deeper and gives them proof that the world is real enough to have objects. Now let's translate this into a framework you can actually use, because the real lesson of Pluribus isn't use yellow or make a hotline. The real lesson is build a system where meaning spreads because people feel pulled in. First, lead with atmosphere, not information. Pluribus didn't start with a plot pitch. It started with a feeling you couldn't ignore. Second, pick one semiotic anchor and repeat it until your audience learns it emotionally. For Pluribus, that anchor was the smiley and the promised threat sentence, happiness is contagious. Third, create one action that moves your audience from watching to participating. The phone number is a perfect example, one tiny step that turns curiosity into contact. Fourth, reward depth with the artifact. The Apple Books excerpt is word building as marketing. It tells your audience, if you go deeper, there is more. And fifth, make your campaign behave like your story. Pluribus is about contagious togetherness and the loss of individuality, and its marketing spreads through repetition, address, and identity pressure. The method mirrors the message. Most marketing fails because it tries to be understood immediately. Pluribus did the opposite. It made itself felt. It used bright color as a warning mask, a smiley as a threat icon, a phone number as a narrative portal, a book excerpt as proof of word, and that's why people didn't just see the campaign, they carried it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, go watch the first video on this channel where I explain exactly what Rinverse Lab is and how we are building a community for marketers, creators, and curious storytellers. See you in the next one, and until then, keep it